In Freida McFadden's psychological thriller, The Tenant, Blake is a young woman struggling to get by on her modest salary while living in a cramped Manhattan apartment, forcing her to make the uncomfortable decision to advertise her spare bedroom for rent to keep from being evicted. Out of several applicants, she selects Henry, a soft-spoken, unassuming man who seems polite, respectful, pays his security deposit in cash, and keeps entirely to himself. At first, the arrangement seems like a lifesaver, but small, unsettling anomalies quickly begin to disrupt Blake's routine as she notices her personal items, a favorite mug, hair ties, and pieces of clothing, mysteriously shifting positions or vanishing altogether alongside faint footsteps pacing the hallway outside her locked bedroom door in the dead of night. Suspicion turns to alarm when Blake comes home unexpected one afternoon to find Henry standing inside her private bedroom holding her laundry, offering a calm, practiced excuse that instantly sets off red flags. Driven by growing fear, Blake waits for Henry to leave before sneaking into his rented room to search for answers, discovering that his drawers are completely empty except for a hidden burner phone and a lockbox containing newspaper clippings, photos of Blake taken without her knowledge, and fake identification cards showing that Henry is actually an alias used by a man with a history of domestic violence and mysterious disappearances in other cities. Terrified, Blake attempts to evict him, only for Henry to drop his gentle facade, coldly reminding her of tenant protection laws that prevent her from forcing him out without weeks of formal legal proceedings, effectively trapping her inside her own home with a dangerous predator. The psychological warfare intensifies within the apartment as Henry tampers with the power, cuts off the internet connection, and leaves subtle threats meant to destabilize Blake's sanity so no one will believe her claims. Realizing the authorities cannot act without concrete proof of a crime, Blake decides to trap Henry by using his own obsession against him, uncovering a secret connection between Henry's past victim and her own circle that reveals he targeted her apartment specifically rather than finding it by chance. In a tense, claustrophobic climax during a stormy night when the apartment building loses power completely, Henry corners Blake in the dark, revealing his full plan to make her disappear just like the women before her. But Blake uses her knowledge of the apartment's layout to fight back, outsmarting him in the narrow hallways and trapping him long enough to escape to safety and bring about his arrest, leaving her to rebuild her life with the chilling realization of how easily a monster can walk through the front door disguised as a friend.